Good morning, children. Today we are starting lesson 6 from your new James English Reader book of class 7, and the name of the lesson is A Grain as Big as a Hen's Egg, and it is written by Leo Tolstoy in 1886. Children, this parable takes us back to a time when land and what it yielded was free for everyone. Should one live by one's own labor and be content with it, or I what others produce? So children, what is parable? A parable is a short story that teaches a moral or spiritual lesson. So now let's read the lesson and I will explain you the story of the lesson. One day some children found in a ravine a thing that shaped like a grain of corn, with a groove down the middle, but as large as a hen's egg. So one day what happened, some children found in a ravine means a deep narrow valley. What they found a thing shaped like a grain of corn, but it was as large as a hen's egg. So a traveler passing by saw the thing, so they bought it from the children for a penny and sold it to the king as a curiosity. Curiosity means an unusual or interesting object. The king called together his wise men and told them to find out what the thing was. So the wise men pondered. Pondered means they thought and could not make head or tail of it. Means they could not understand anything about it. So till one day when the thing was lying on a windowsill. Windowsill means bottom part of a window. A hen flew in and pecked at it till she made a hole in it. And then everyone saw that it was a grain. The wise man went to the king and said, "It is a grain of corn." So king was surprised and ordered the learned man to find out when and where such corn had grown. What is learned man? A person of great and varied learning. The learned man pondered again. They thought again and searched in their books, but could not find nothing about it. So they returned to the king and said, "We can give you no answer. There is nothing about it in our books. You will have to ask the peasants." Peasants means a poor smallholder or agricultural laborer of low social status, means farmer. Perhaps some of them may have heard from their fathers when and where grain grew to such a size. So the king gave orders that a very old peasant should be brought before him, and his servant found such a man and brought him to the king. So that old peasant was old and bent, ashy pale and toothless. Ashy pale means whitish grey, and toothless. Toothless means without having tooth. He just managed with the help of two crutches. Crutches means a long stick with a cross piece at the top, used as a support under the armpit by a lame person. To totter. Totter means walk unsteadily. The old man was walking unsteadily with crutches, and he present in front of king. The king showed him the grain, but the old man could hardly see it. He took it, however, and felt it with his hand. The king questioned him, saying, "Can you tell us, old man, where such grain as this grew? Have you ever bought such corn or sown such in your fields?" The old man was so deaf. Deaf means he can't hear, that he could hardly hear what the king said. and only understood with great difficulty. No, he answered at last. I never sowed nor reaped any like it in my fields, nor did I ever buy any such. When we bought corn, the grains were always as small as they are now. But you might ask my father. So that old man said to the king that you might ask from my father. He may have heard where such grain grew. So the king sent for the old man's father. He was found and brought before the king. He came walking with one crutch. The king showed him the grain, and the old peasant, who was still able to see, took a good look at it. And the king asked him, Can you not tell us, old man, where corn like this used to grow? Have you ever bought any like it or sown any in your fields? Though the old man was rather hard of hearing, he could still hear better than his son. No, he said, I never sowed nor reaped any grain like this in my field. As to buying, I never bought any, for in my time money was not yet in use. Everyone grew his own corn, and when there was any need, we shared with one another. I do not know where corn like this grew. Ours was larger and yielded more flour than present day grain, but I never saw any like this. I have, however, heard my father say that in his time the grain grew larger and yielded more flour than ours. You had better ask him. So another old man said to the king that you might ask to my father. So the king sent for this old man's father, and they found him too and brought him before the king. He entered walking easily and without crutches. His eyes were clear, his hearing good, and he spoke distinctly. The king showed him the grains, and the old grandfather looked at it and turned it about in his hand. It is long since I saw such a fine grain, said the old man, and he bit a piece off and tasted it. He tasted that a piece of grain. It's the very same kind, he added. He added that it's of same taste of grain. Tell me, grandfather, said the king. The king asked to the grandfather, when and where was such corn grown? Have you ever bought any like it or sown any in your fields? And the old man replied, corn like this used to grow everywhere in my time. I lived on corn like this in my young days and fed others on it. It was grain like this that we used to sow and reap and thresh. Thresh means separate grains of corn and rice from the rest of the plant by beating with an object. And the king asked, tell me, grandfather, did you buy it anywhere or did you grow it all yourself? The old man smiled and said, in my time, no one ever thought of such a sin as buying or selling bread, and we knew nothing of money. So at that time there is no value of money. Each man had enough corn of his own. Then tell me, grandfather, the king asked to the grandfather, where was your field? Where did you grow corn like this? So the grandfather answered, my field was God's earth. It was a God's land. Wherever I plucked, there was my field. Land was free. So at that time the land was free. It was not owned of anyone. It is of only God. It was a thing no man called his own. Labor was the only thing man called their own. So the old man answered to the king that the labor was only the man's own and not the land. It's of God. I have two more questions to ask of you. The king said to the old man. The first is, why did the earth bear such grain then and has ceased to do so now? And the second is, why does your grandson walk with two crutches, your son with one and you yourself with none? Your eyes are bright, your teeth sound, and your speech clear and pleasant to the ear. How have these things come out? And the old man answered, these things are so because men have ceased to live by their own labor and have taken to dependent on the labor of others. In the old times, man lived according to God laws, means according to God's rule. They had what was their own and did not covet what others had produced. Covet means want. So children, what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is that one should be happy with what they have and should never get jealous of others. This is what the fact of living happily in this world. So children, I hope that you all have understood the story. So you have to read this lesson once again. All right? Thank you.